Do you want a video test of the LG 360 cam? That's what we're on right now, so I figured we'd kind of test it out and you guys can get an idea of what it's like. First of all, hi to all the new dads out there. This is Dad Reviews. This is where I give you my unedited, hopefully more authentic reviews of the products that I like, use, and have, and do tests on. So if you're into that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. Also, that thumbs up button is very much appreciated. And if you do decide to click that subscribe button, make sure to hit the bell right next to the subscribe button after you click subscribe. That way you actually get notified of our videos. So this is a 360 video. If you want to, you can take your phone and move it around and you can see all around my backyard. You can even look up and down. You can look all around. So if you want, you can follow me around. Now, one of the tests that I want to do here with you guys is I want you guys to notice the audio quality. I'm going to kind of move around the camera and I'm going to move at different distances, further away and more closer to you guys. At the beginning of the video, I was very close to you guys. Now I'm getting pretty far away, way back here, and it seems to me that the audio on the camera is actually really good. If I'm understood it correctly, it's got some kind of 3 microphone system in there, and it really picks up and enhances the audio, which I really like about this camera. One of the good features about it. Now, the quality of the video, let's talk about that for a second. For most 360 videos, you're gonna be on some kind of tripod. If you look down, you see the tripod that I have. It's basically a wooden dowel with a block. I don't know if you have a little 2x4 block down there. And I've tried to make it as skinny as possible because you can't see directly below the camera. So just kind of gives you an idea for what exactly you're seeing. There's probably a little bit on the bottom that you could see there. But that being said, being that it's on a tripod, it's going to be stationary the entire time. And since it's stationary, you really don't have to worry about the whole jittery test, jostling it around or anything. Because most people, whenever they have on VR headsets, they start to get a headache or their mind gets confused as to why the actual location is moving around. I've got comments on some of my videos saying it's a very jarring and very, it hurt their head whenever I did something like that. One thing I do want you to notice is right here, where I'm pointing at is on the seam of the video. So this is where the 2 lenses are kind of merging together. And I've noticed that there's a tiny bit distortion between the 2. It's almost like kind of like if there was a lens flare there. It's on this side, and if you come on over here, you'll probably see it on this side as well. But if you're mainly looking or doing most of the action on this side of the camera or on this side of the camera, then you should be all right. But there will be that slight seam on there. I have noticed with pictures, though, as I don't see it as much as I do in the video, and I think that's just because video has so much more going on. So now the quality of this camera, it is a 2K camera, and you're like, oh, 2K, that's great. You have to keep in mind that instead of just looking at a square box of 4K or even 1080p, you're looking at a whole bunch of square boxes all the way around this thing. So that's why the quality of this camera is a little bit grainier than what you would see in other 360 cameras that do possess 4K capability as opposed to the 2K capability. Another cool thing that I like about this camera is it connects with your phone. The part that I don't like about it, and somebody actually mentioned this in a comment whenever I was just reviewing the camera, is that it's not Bluetooth. They did it over Wi-Fi, so you have to connect with it via Wi-Fi to get everything working. It seems like Bluetooth would have been a better solution for that rather than Wi-Fi. If I had to guess, it's probably a big power suck too. But that way it does work. It works well for me. I like it for what I do. One of the reasons why they might have done that is because this particular camera does work with Google Street View. So if you want to go in and create 360 pictures and have those be published to Google Maps, you can do that with this camera. I don't know if that's why they chose the Wi-Fi setting as opposed to the Bluetooth, but that is a capability. So if you have the Street View app, not Google Maps, but Google Street View on your phone, you can connect to that, you can connect your camera to that, and it'll pull in the geolocation from the phone, and it'll import that picture with the geolocation from the phone phone, and then you can create Google 360 videos. You can create like walking maps. You know how they have the Google Trek? It's like a big camera people wear with backpacks, and they can go walk around and whatnot, and you can follow their little path through like Machu Picchu and Grand Canyon and all that type of stuff. This camera does the same type of thing. It's just on a smaller scale, which I think is pretty cool. I've actually done a few of these mapping 360 photos on Google Maps, and they come out looking really nice. You can, if you get really good at it, you can become a Google trusted photographer like I am, and you can contact businesses and say, hey, would you like me to do some 360 photos of inside your business? I've done a few of those as well. So definitely something worth looking into. I simply do it with this little camera right here. I will link this camera up down in the description below if you guys want to check it out, want to get more information on it, want to check out other people's reviews of it. But if you want a higher quality camera, I'd probably tell you to go with the Ricoh, I think is what it's called. I'll link that up down in the description below too. This camera costs about $100, $150. The Ricoh costs like $500. So the reason why I decided to go with this camera as opposed to the other camera is that I wanted to just get my hands wet with 360 video. I'd never done it before. I could easily spend $100 if I didn't like it. I knew that I could probably recoup some of that by selling it on eBay, and I wouldn't be out too much money, and I'd also still get a feel for what 360 video is all about and 360 photos and what I could do with the camera. Another big seller for me was the Street View thing. I really wanted to kind of delve into that a little bit more. So that is our test here of this 360 video. Just to give you guys an idea, I'll shake it for you guys just so that you y'all fell. My little tripod doesn't work that well. I use double-sided tape to put you guys on top of here. And then I'm gonna bring you guys, let's go into the hallway like we did with some of our other test videos. I'm sorry if you're on VR right now and it's a little wobbly, and hopefully I don't give you too much of a headache. You can close your eyes. That might help. But I'm gonna bring you guys into the hallway. That way you can see what it looks like in darkness. So this is, I'm gonna put y'all down right here. Okay, you can open your eyes if you did close your eyes. You are now in a dark hallway. There's some light coming through here. There's a very little bit of light coming through back there. But just to give you an idea of what, one, the sound is like inside too. We are looking at an indoor closed environment as far as the sound as opposed to being outside. And we're also looking at the light quality here. Honestly, I can't say that I've done a 360 video in the dark before, so this will actually be interesting for me to look at. I'm gonna assume that it's probably gonna be pretty good because you have that 360 lens, so you're letting a lot of light into the camera right now. And so I have a feeling that definitely towards this way, you'll be able to, it'll be a little bit more clear than something like back here, because back here, it's really, really dark. I shouldn't say really, really, it's pretty dark. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If you guys want to check out this camera, like I said, it's linked up down in the description below. If you guys want more of the dad reviews, I can't put videos on the screen, but I'll put some up in the cards up there if you guys want to check out my review of this camera, and I do some video tests of other cameras. I'll put that up there as well. And maybe some good my playlist of best cameras for YouTube. Y'all can check that out as well. Thank you guys for watching. Always appreciate it when you guys come and hang out with me and we just kind of talk dad talk with cameras and whatnot. That thumbs up is always appreciated. If you have a product that you want us to review, let me know what it is down in the comments below. I'll see if I can get it for you guys. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't clicked that yet. And if you do decide to click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon next to it. That way you actually get notified of our videos. Thank you guys for watching, and dad out. Double lens.